So today I'm gonna call out my own people. You're gonna hate me for this, but that's okay. Welcome to Root Talk with Lillian M. Today I'm going to be talking about my own people, black people. You're gonna hate me for this, but I'm just gonna call you out. Today I'm gonna talk about us black people. And when I say black people, I'm gonna talk about Africans, black Americans. I'm gonna talk about any black person. Any black person. Why is it that us black people we are so much comfortable in dirty? This is something that I have discovered, something that I've noticed. We are so much comfortable living in dirty. When I say living in dirty, I mean this. Even, I'm African, so I want to start with Africa. If you go where black people live, majority of black people, it's disaster. It's the same. If you want to go to Nigeria, if you want to go west, east, south, whatever, it's the same thing. If you go to our black people's marketplaces, I don't know whether it's our culture or what, but I'm just gonna say it. My question is, why are we so comfortable in dirty compared to other people, like compared to other races? If you go to Chinese markets, you go to European markets, they're clean and organized. But if you go to Africa, I've discovered that it's not only an African thing, it's actually a black people thing. Because if you want to look at it, if you want to look at black countries that are not Africans or where black people live, it's most of the time it's just horrible. I don't know whether it's in our blood or what, but I strongly believe that black people, we really much and I'm gonna say this as a black person. I don't think you're going to call me a racist, because how can I be racist to my own people? That doesn't make sense. And I think it's nice that I'm saying this as a black person, because if someone say this was not a black person, that person might appear as a racist. I don't think you can call me a racist because I'm calling out our behavior that I think we need to change. Why? When I look at where black people live, it's almost the same everywhere in the world. Where majority of black people live, it's almost the same. It's dirty as hell. The streets and even the government, it looks like they don't even care about modernizing or about even making the roads look better. You see where black people live, there's too much. The roads, they are full of either potholes or dust roads. You know, those dirty roads, potholes, or like, why? We are so much. It's something that I've discovered that us. I don't know whether it's a cultural thing or it's a genetic thing or what, but you know what I'm talking about. We are so much comfortable. Go to any area. There's a big difference. This is not to attack anyone or to attack my community or what. This is just fact. Sometimes we need to call each other out. There's a big difference between where majority of white people live and where majority of black people live. That's a fact. Go anywhere in the world and see where majority of black people live and where the white people live. You see, I hate to give white people credit at this point, because I believe I can be a pro-black person at some point. But these people, they live in clean neighborhoods. They make sure that their neighborhoods are clean, which is something that us black people don't do. Some of you might say, oh, white people, they don't want us in our neighborhoods. They know that if we come to live in their neighborhoods, the neighborhood is going to go down in value. I'm sorry. I hate to say this as a black person. Guys, a black woman gave birth to me and a black man gave birth to me. I hate to say this, but it's true. They don't say, these people, they don't say that our white areas are going to go down in value because black people, they're living here. No, because of our skin color. No, because of our culture. Before you know it, there's going to be papers all over. Remember, not all black people, but it looks like most of us. Before you know it, there's just going to be noisy. There's just going to be papers everywhere, dirty everywhere. That's why most of you, I've seen some of you complaining, oh, the white people don't want us in their areas. White people, they don't want us in their neighborhoods, because they know our culture. Because they know our dirty culture. Like, I don't know. Look, go to any country you can think of and go where majority of white people live and go where majority of black people live. It's the same thing. I'm saying this not to criticize us, but to change as people. Why are we so much comfortable with the dirty? And most of us black people believe in God. We say cleanliness is close to godliness, right? Like God is interested in cleanliness. Like He loves people who are very much clean. Why then do we get so much comfortable living in dirty areas? Why? And I've discovered that even the governments, they don't even care about where black people live. That's a fact. That's something that I've discovered. Even the governments of most of the countries where majority of black people live, they don't care. You will discover that where the majority of black people live, the roads are not even being maintained. You discover that nothing there is really being maintained, like they do to white areas. Why? It's something that bothers me the most, especially the African market areas. These African market areas. Oh, why? Why? Why our areas are like this? Why? Are you telling me that even these people, these so-called African governments, they can't renovate these areas and give strict rules that no more papers? If you throw papers or anything, why are we like this? They don't even renovate. I did. Right. That's why sometimes I don't get offended when I'm just gonna use white people. That's why personally I don't get offended when white people say they don't want black people in their communities, because they know. I'm not saying all of us, but as a black person, I just think that we just have a bad culture as people. We have bad culture, dirty culture. I'm not saying all black people, but it looks like majority of us. And don't get me wrong, there are nicer, clean areas where they're just black people only. But if you want to look at it, they're just not many. I think I'm saying this video to change. Can we try to change? Even our governments, all the governments, can't you try to modernize, to build better marketing areas, the roads? No. We really need to change our mindsets as black people. You can hate me all you want. You know what? Or you can hate me all you want, but I think I don't know why. Like we black people, we as a race, we are so much comfortable in dirty. Black people, we are very much comfortable in dirty. Areas where black people we live are full of dirty. If you want to look at it, go to any once we take over something, if it was clean before, you just give it 5 years. Right now, it's like even if we take over Dubai right now as black people, if it Dubai 5 years, you will see how it goes down in value. The papers everywhere, the potholes everywhere. Even the government don't even care about renovating the roads. It's just even the black leaders will not even care about renovating anything. I don't know why are we like that. And at the same time, that's why other races, they don't like us, because sometimes we live like we live like animals. Even the black leaders don't care about renovating the roads where black people live. If you want to look at it, most of the time, they don't care. They just don't care renovating anything. How can someone be a leader and be comfortable with your people living in dirty like that? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And I honestly, I don't get offended when other races say that they don't want black people in their own areas. I don't get offended, because I know that once we black people take over something, it's just going down in value. It's just going down in value. As an African, I've seen this. You discover that during colonization, the African cities were actually looking prettier, cleaner than now. We take over something and it's just going down in value. I don't know what is it about us, but we need to change. This bad culture of us needs to be changed if we want other people to take us serious. Because some of you might say they don't like us. They don't like our behavior and character and culture. And yeah, so I just thought, you know what, I was thinking of making this, and I was like, I'm just over it. I just over the fact that, so I am yet to see a very, very clean place where black people live. Majority of black people live, let me say. I'm yet to see. Not to say that they're like, I mean, as a war country, like where I heard that there's a certain country that is trying its best, that is Rwanda in Africa. It's trying its best. But it's just the same. I don't know why we are so much comfortable in dirty. We're comfortable in dirty and poverty. We're just comfortable. So I don't get offended. Personally, I don't get offended when white people say they don't like black people in their community. They know our culture. They know once we take over, it's gonna just go down in value. Not because of our skin color, but because of our culture and behavior, which is dirt most of the time. You see, which is sometimes can be very dirty. Yeah, I hate to say this, but nah. Even rich black people, once they become rich, they don't go to live in black people's communities. No, they go live in white people's communities. That's a fact. Any black person who has made it, who has become rich, they go and live among white people because yeah. Tell me, have you ever seen any rich black person living in a very populated black areas? No, they make sure they go to those expensive white people's areas because they know that it's gonna be clean, it's gonna be maintained, people there. So I guess I don't know. I just think of talking about why are we comfortable in dirty. So so that was the topic of my video today. I just want to talk about us Africans. Why are we so much comfortable in dirty? This is like to not to mock us or to criticize us, but to change. Let us try to clean our areas. Let us try to even tell these our African leaders. Let us convince them, whatever it is, to come and renovate our roads. Renovate our roads, make them a tarred roads. Let's convince our black leaders to come and build better marketplaces, clean them, make them better. Not to 2020, 2026, we're having a marketplace made of grass and trees in the city. How can we expect the world to take us serious when we are like this? How? It will take time for the world to take us black people and Africans in general to be serious, to take us serious. It's gonna take very because woo. Anyway, I'll see you next time on We Talk with Lillian. Right.